Now, my dear friends, the picture that I'm showing you right there, it is a picture of CATL's battery swapping station. Now, the reason why I'm flagging this is that you see the kind of battery swapping stations that CATL is deploying, right? I mean, you will know that battery swapping station, it is a technology that NIO has been deploying since 2018. They started with the first generation battery swapping stations, and they are right now deploying fourth generation battery swapping stations. Now, CATL announced earlier this year that they will be going on a mission to aggressively deploy battery swapping stations. They are targeting to get to 10,000 battery swapping stations with no time. And CATL's battery swapping stations, how it will work, obviously, since they are the largest battery or EV battery producer globally, the batteries that they are selling will be able to obviously uh, go into inside their battery swapping stations, and those that probably subscribe, I don't know what their services is it battery as a service or to their bus, they will be able to use their technology. But here's something that obviously probably we're gonna need more information about, right? Remember, when you talk about battery swapping station technology, it's not just only about, of course, the battery itself, but it is also about the chassis. The chassis must be aligned to the battery swapping stations, or to the battery swapping mechanism that is able to come and of course that is able to come and unscrew the battery from the car, and it takes it away and put a new one or fits a new one, which is something that with NIO, you know that uh, all the partners or the alliance partners that have partnered with NIO when it comes to battery swapping, they are changing their chassis to be aligned with those of NIO for them to be able to go to a battery swapping station and perform a battery swapping onto their cars, which is something that is quite interesting. CATL, I'm not sure, because like I said, CATL, they produce battery, they don't sell cars. But obviously the cars, or some of the cars that they use, I'm quite certain that of course even a NIO can go there and perform a battery swapping station, but it's just that obviously and perform a battery swap. But it's just that of course NIO already has got their own battery swapping stations all over China and in Europe. I mean, in China right now, NIO I think has got over 3,000. They've got over 3,400 battery swapping stations, and they've been aggressively deploying this to try to get to, of course, bring massive convenience, or to try their best to make sure that their battery swapping stations is it's as close as possible to the users or those that buy not only NIO main brand cars, but together with their sub brand that is Onvo, and that is soon going to also be Firefly. Firefly battery swapping stations have not been NIO has not started deploying them. You will know that Firefly uses small batteries, right? 42 kilowatt hour batteries, and because of the small batteries that Firefly is using, they can't be swapped onto the third and fourth battery, first, second, third, and fourth battery swapping stations. But however, Onvo can be swapped onto a third and a fourth battery swapping stations, right? Which is something that is very very good. Now, with regards CATL's battery swapping station, someone sent me a a picture or a screenshot uh, talking about some of the partners that will be using CATL's battery swapping station, and I think it was talking about, if I remember, some of the popular names that might partner with CATL to use their battery swapping station. It's VW, right? Volkswagen. They are going to be able to utilize CATL's battery swapping stations together with some others. I just remember as I'm doing this video VW, but it has not been confirmed. These are still rumors, but I do not think that, of course, CATL can just go on a mission to deploy battery swapping stations without knowing that they have got partners, or their potential partners that are willing to join hands with CATL. Now, what does all this mean to NIO? This is good news to NIO. Some people might say CATL is gonna take NIO's car. Yeah, it was good when NIO was the only one having this technology. But let me tell you something. The more of battery swapping, or the more other companies want to start their own battery swapping station technology, the more it will be popular. CATL, it is the biggest battery producer globally, and them going or starting to aggressively deploy this battery swapping technology, it is good news to NIO also, because NIO is king of battery swapping, and knowing that NIO is king and they already have got over 3,400 battery swapping stations in China, it's something that also makes the other new energy vehicle car makers to now start thinking about battery swapping technology. This is something that is just so great. I mean, the massive convenience that comes with this technology is just so great. I mean, we can talk about technology in the fast-growing EV space. Battery swapping remains the top technology that was designed, developed, and deployed successfully, that to date we can say it is a major or massive breakthrough onto the fast growing EV space. Without battery swapping, like I said, that was successfully deployed by NIO, that has been deployed by NIO, the EV industry, honestly, I can tell you, probably the bottlenecks that are there in China when it comes to the bottlenecks that used to be there when it comes to people complaining of not having enough infrastructure were probably still going to be there. But because of battery swapping, those almost or over 800,000 NIO users that are there now, because of they are using this kind of technology, it is reducing or making sure that the number of those people that are going into chargers becomes less, right? NIO, it is one of the big EV players in China, goes without no doubt, right? And their technology, it is helping reduce the amount or the number of cars that are going onto the charging infrastructures, because NIO and Envoy users right now, majority of those that are buying those cars, they are utilizing or using NIO's battery swapping station and not chargers. This is what we are seeing in China, and therefore giving access to the other. I mean, if you did not know, over 80% of NIO's charging infrastructure, NIO chargers, they are being used by 80% of the time they are being used by non-NIO users. So it's third party or it's other companies using NIO chargers than the NIO users themselves, which shows you the kind of relief that they bring. Now, can you imagine if there was no battery swapping station, or NIO was not deploying the battery swapping station technology, the kind of traffic that would be there? I think it would kill, or it will slow down the fast growing EV space in China. But because of this technology, the fast EV space adaptation, it grows. So even CATL coming to be one of the players, it will make it easier for the entire, or for China as a whole, to continuously see a massive growth of EV penetration, because of the easy the accessibility of the chargers or infrastructure that is being used to either charge or swap the battery on EV cars. So yeah, my dear friends, I just thought I'd quickly come and give you these updates. Tell me what you think about this. Blue sky is coming, long term will win. Those that are persevering throughout the headwinds of the share price will be rewarded with time. It takes me some time to make videos like this, and all I ask from you is to give it a thumbs up. I'll see you on the next one. That is all from me, and God bless you all.